Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Jensen's math class videos. I want to talk a little bit today about NBT.5, but more specifically, I want to talk about the action of multiplication. While we were working on NBT.5, some students were having troubles remembering the process of standard algorithm, and I know it's got a lot of steps to it, but it should be something that we can do. And maybe if I break it down for you this way, you'll kind of see what standard algorithm really does for us, because there's other ways to multiply big numbers. And I want to show you another way today and then talk about how it relates to standard algorithm real quick. So let's look at that. The other way I want to show you is multiply using expanded form. We talked about NBT 3a and being able to write numbers to the thousandths place in a bunch of different forms, and one of them was expanded form. So let's talk about that real quick. Well, in the context of multiplication. So here's our problem. We have 122 times 4. And I know there's no decimals in this, but to illustrate the difference or the similarities between this method and this method, I'm just going to use a problem with no decimals. So let's go ahead and look at the problem. It's 122 times 4. Well, I can write this number as in expanded form. I can write this number in expanded form pretty easily. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. The 1 is in the hundredths place, so expanded form would say that it's since there's a 1 in the hundredths place, that place is actually 1 times 100. That's expanded form. And then I have to add what's ever in the tens place. Well, in the tens place we have a 2, so that is 2 times 10 because it's in the tens place. And I have to add what's ever in the ones place, and in the ones place I have a 2, so I have a plus 2 times 1. I have a 2 in the ones place. And when I perform these multiplications, I get something kind of interesting. So let's perform these multiplications. We know that 1 times 100 is 100, plus 2 times 10 is 20, plus 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so I have expanded form, and then I have performed the operation of multiplication on those. Now, let's go ahead and look at what happens when we actually multiply that by 4. We talked a lot about multiplication in class the other day, and we decided that, or one of the ways we describe multiplication is just repeated addition. So I have this number in expanded form, and when I multiply it by 4, it just means I have this number 4 times. So I'm going to go ahead and put this number in expanded form like this underneath 4 for a total of 4 times. There's 2, 100 plus 20 plus 2, that's 3 times. 100 plus 20 plus 2, and that's 4 times. So this is really what I have. I have 100 plus 20 plus 2, 4 times. Now when I go ahead and add all those together, I can actually, this is the same thing as performing multiplication. If I have 100 4 times, then really what I have is 400. If I have 20 4 times, really what I have is 80. And if I have 2 4 times, really what I have is 8. And then if we go ahead and take it one step further and not write this in expanded form, we can get our final answer. Well, we have 488. 488 if we add it that way. So we have 488. Okay, that's another way of multiplying using expanded form. And if you do it this way, and then we do it the standard algorithm way, you can kind of see how standard algorithm actually performs the exact same type of thing, but in a different way. So let's go ahead and look at that real quick. All right, let's do this in standard form or in standard algorithm. We have 122 times 4. Okay, I have 4 times my ones place, so this is 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. That 8 right there represents this 8 right here, because I have 2 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have my next spot over, I have 4 times 20, so I have 4 20s, which is 80. That 80 represents these 4 20s right here. 4 20s equals 80. Okay, next I have 4 times 100 is 400, because I have that 4 represents these 4 100s, because I have 100 4 times, which is 400. So standard algorithm is the same process as it is over here in using expanded form, but it makes it a lot more neat, and you get to take turns with your multiplication. All right. So we'll talk more about this in class, but I wanted to explain to you that yes, multiplication is the same thing as repeated addition, like we talked about, just adding multiple things over and over. But in standard algorithm form, it's a lot more compact. We still get the same answer, 488, 488. But in this method over here, it takes a lot less time because we're multiplying 4 by each place and then writing the answer down below as a place value rather than as 80. Okay, so we'll talk about this more in class, but it will be expected that you watch this video, and I'm glad you stopped by. So until I see you next time, have a good day.